Jeremiah 17:7 says, "Blessed with spiritual security is the man who believes and trusts in and relies on the Lord, and whose hope and confident expectation is for the Lord. For he will be nourished like a tree planted by the waters that spreads out its roots by the river, and will not fear the heat when it comes, but its leaves will be green and moist, and it will not be anxious and concerned in a year of drought, nor stop bearing fruit." When I read that verse today, it reminded me so much of what we've all walked through this past year, and then some now with everything going on with the pandemic, and now with even more conflicts spreading around the world, escalating in some places, spreading in others. And I was just thinking how wonderful it is to know that our roots are planted by the river of life, and that as long as we are rooted in our relationship with the Lord, that nothing can sway us, nothing can harm us. And even though sometimes it feels like the river's going to flood and it's going to wash you away and it's going to be a hurricane, kind of like what's whipping around outside here tonight. But I love just the visualization of the Holy Spirit as a river, and us as trees that we can reach our roots into and find our nourishment. And even in a year of drought, it's not only that we won't die, but we will continue to bear fruit even in a crazy season. This next song is one of my all-time favorite songs. Back when we were traveling, when I was young and doing revival meetings all around the country, we would go a lot to this church in Texas, in Dallas. And the pastor's daughter there, her name's Kinsey Hankins. She might be married now, I don't know. So Hankins might not still be her last name. But she was the praise and worship leader at the church, and she wrote this song, and it has stuck with me since I was probably 11 years old. And it is one of those that when times are tough, this is the song I sit at the piano more than any other to sing my way through. This is called Forevermore. In your presence, there are rivers of joy. They bring you life. They bring you peace. They bring you love. For all eternity. And your river runs so deep. And your river runs so strong. And your rivers changed my life forevermore. You are God. You are King. sit at your feet, and in your presence this river flows, it flows through me. And your river runs so deep, and your river runs so strong, and your rivers changed my life forevermore. Yes, your rivers changed my life forevermore. 'Cause my strength comes from the river. My strength comes from the river. My strength comes from the river. Yes, my strength comes from the river. My strength comes from the river. Yes, my strength comes from the river. My strength comes from the river. Yes, my strength comes from the river. Endless supply that pours out of the throne. Oil and water revives flesh and bone. Oh, 'cause my strength comes from the river. There's healing in the river. Oh, if you need it tonight, just step on in. There's healing in the river. There's healing in the river. Yes, there's healing in the river. Endless supply that pours out of the throne. Oil and water revives flesh and bone. 'Cause there's healing in the river. Yes, there's healing in the river. Oh, there's answers in the river. The answers in the river. There's answers in the river. Your answers in the river. Oh, and there's breakthrough in the river. Oh, your breakthroughs in the river. Oh, there's breakthrough in the river. Your breakthroughs in the river. Endless supply may be watching and saying, I don't know how to talk to Jesus. The amazing thing is that he wants to talk to you. And so all you really got to do is open yourself up and just listen. And really all it takes is, it's actually a very difficult task, but all it takes is shutting off the noise and shutting off every voice that is not the Lord, that is not the divine speaking into your life, and opening yourself up in that space of silence to hear the voice of God. And I promise you, the voice of the Lord sounds like no other voice. It breathes into your body, it breathes into your veins, it breathes into your blood in a way that is undoubtable. And, so many times we feel like, well, maybe Jesus doesn't want to talk to me because I'm not good enough, or I'm not worthy, or I haven't read my Bible enough, and I haven't prayed, and I've been really negative lately, and so I don't think Jesus is going to talk to me. And we give the Lord all these reasons why he shouldn't talk to us, and then we wonder why he doesn't. Because I've come to learn that Jesus is a gentleman, and he only walks through doors that are opened for him. He's not going to come pound down the door of your heart. But he is standing out there in the rain with flowers and just waiting for you to let him in.